guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Dom, and today we're going to be going over an actual audio test of the Warm Audio microphone. Had a couple of people mention in the comments they wanted to hear what it actually sounded like as it went through processing, so we're going to go ahead and go over a session. This is a song that I just recorded the other day. Straight rough mix, straight just dropping an idea. I do want to give you the heads up that when I did record it, it was through my Apollo. So inside of the console app, I did use the Neve 1073 Unison plugin as well as the TubeTech plugin. But at the end of the day, this is going to give you a general idea of what it does sound like when it does have processing going through it. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. Let's go ahead, and I got the beat muted. We're just going to go ahead and play the vocals straight up. As you can see down here, we have no extra processing and no effects on it. It's just straight template.
Look at the time and they're wasting the seconds. I'm too gone for being reckless. I can't sleep because I'm restless. All of these nightmares, they haunting me. Climbing this mountain, it's only been tragedy.
Okay, so you can see inside of the vocals, they're a bit sibilant. The WA8000 is a clone of the Sony microphone, so you know it does have a little bit of that boost in the high frequencies. So that is to be expected. It just depends on the source that you're using. Let's see how I decided to sculpt this source so that way we can get a quality sound out of it. So we'll go down to our bus here. And for me, I start off with the de-esser. Let's go ahead and listen to those frequencies.
Look at the time and they're wasting the seconds. I'm too gone for being reckless. I can't sleep because I'm restless. All of these nights.
So you can see from there, I am grabbing a lot of those S's. One thing I like about the Lotus de-esser is that even though you're taking away, you can boost some back, so that way you're not completely just pulling from the vocal. You're kind of like supplementing it. You're balancing it out, right? And then from there, I have a EQ. I got a 465 right here. This is just because I heard like some boxiness, so let's hear it.
Look at the time and they're wasting a second. I'm too gone for being reckless. I can't sleep because I'm restless.
Right, don't need any of that in the vocal. And then I got another EQ band up here at about 4,500, 4,600.
Look at the time and they're wasting the seconds. I'm too gone for being reckless. I can't sleep because I'm restless.
You can see there's a bit of a sharpness inside of there. I'm actually going to tighten this band up a little bit more.
Look at the time and they're wasting the seconds. I'm too gone for being reckless. I can't sleep because I'm restless. All of these nights.
And you can see I'm not even hitting a full dB of what I'm pulling it down here. And then from there, I boosted it at 22K, 22.5K. Because you can see here in the vocal.
Look at the time and they're wasting the seconds. I'm too gone for being reckless. I can't sleep.
Like, it could use a little bit more life at that super high end. So I just boosted that a little bit. And then I have a compressor on there. And then with the compressor, you'll see here, I'm barely grabbing it. It's because I do have a couple of other layers of compression that is happening after it. So I don't want to make one compressor work too hard as I use it. So you'll see.
Look at the time and they're wasting the seconds. I'm too gone for being reckless. I can't sleep because I'm restless. All of these nightmares, they haunting me.
I just kind of want to control those like parts where it gets a little bit louder, so that way everything sounds pretty consistent all the way through. And then we have some multi-band compression here. You can see here I have it set to the pop vocal setting. The high end and the mid to high, which are these two bands right here, those are set to pretty relaxed, 163 and 247. And then the low end, which is the mids, which is the body, everything of the vocal, and then the super low end, those I have a little bit quicker, but you'll notice that these three bands up here are a lot more relaxed, and I'm really trying to make sure that I pull out a lot of that low end muddiness of the vocal.
Look at the time and they're wasting the seconds. I'm too gone for being reckless. I can't sleep because I'm restless. All of these nightmares, they haunting me. Climbing this mountain, it's only been tragedy.
So you can see this top end is only reacting when the sibilants get like way too crazy. So everything there is pretty relaxed. You know, again, when you're mixing, you want to keep the integrity of the vocal. So you don't want to do anything too much. You don't want to go too crazy. Now, like I said, I recorded this with a TubeTech inside of the console app, and actually here, I'll show you what my settings were, so that way you could just like take a look at what was happening. So there's the TubeTech, and this is the Neve, so that way you could see those. That's what it was. So because of the TubeTech giving a warmness to the vocal, I wanted to give a little bit more of that clarity pop in, since I've been controlling it with the compression. So I did a LA2A. So it's here without and then added in.
Look at the time and they're wasting the seconds. I'm too gone for being reckless. I can't sleep because I'm restless. All of these nightmares, they haunting me. Climbing this mountain, it's only been tragedy.
So you can see I'm only getting about -3 dB of reduction, so it's not hitting it too hard, but you can see the difference that it does make. And then after that, I added a pull tech. I did a little bit of a boost on the 60 hertz and a little bit of boost on the 3K hertz with a little bit wider of a band. I'll play it without and then with.
Look at the time and they're wasting the seconds. I'm too gone for being reckless. I can't sleep because I'm restless. All of these nightmares, they haunting me. Climbing this mountain, it's only been tragedy.
And even though those are very subtle and it may not be the easiest to hear, let me play you the difference with and without both of them together. So we'll go ahead and we'll play it.
Look at the time and they're wasting the seconds. I'm too gone for being reckless. I can't sleep because I'm restless. All of these nightmares, they haunting me.
So you can see it makes like a pretty big jump in there. And now let's play it with the beat so that way you get a little bit of context in terms of what we actually have going on.
Look at the time and they're wasting the seconds. I'm too gone for being reckless. I can't sleep because I'm restless. All of these nightmares, they haunting me. Climbing this mountain, it's only been tragedy. Got no choice.
So as you can see, it allows it to actually cut through the beat so that way you can hear the vocals clearly. It's sitting on top. Me personally, I do like to do some parallel processing, so I have some stuff down here. We're going to go ahead and play it with and without the parallel processing. What these 4 things that I have going down at the bottom is going to do is just allow it to kind of like cut through a little bit more, get that clarity to go through so that way you can really hear the vocals. So let's play it without and then with.
Look at the time and they're wasting the seconds. I'm too gone for being reckless. I can't sleep because I'm restless. All of these nightmares, they haunting me. Climbing this mountain, it's only been tragedy. Got no choice, gotta make a way.
So you can see it's very subtle. It's not meant to completely change the audio. It does give it a little bit of a boost. It kind of rounds it off and makes it sound thicker. It makes it sound a little bit more fuller, which is definitely the benefit of parallel processing, to add that extra sauce but not completely take over the audio. And then last but not least, I have a little fresh air on there, a little boost to the lows, a little boost to the highs, tried to control a little bit with the trim, and then a soothe on there so that way it can just grab those S's that made it through to the very end. So let's play it with and without those.
Look at the time and they're wasting the seconds. I'm too gone for being reckless. I can't sleep because I'm restless. All of these nightmares, they haunting me. Climbing this mountain, it's only been tragedy. Got no choice, gotta make a way.
So you can see it kind of like rounded it off, got rid of those sibilants. It does sound a little bit low, but the reason why is because I have these master plugins here, and it allows it to kind of like settle a little bit better inside of the beats, so that way it does like mesh well. So let's hear what it sounds like with everything all together, with the master and with and without.
Look at the time and they're wasting the seconds. I'm too gone for being reckless. I can't sleep because I'm restless. All of these nightmares, they haunting me. Climbing this mountain, it's only been tragedy. Got no choice, gotta make a way. All of the family gotta wait. I ain't got no other way. I just gotta run these plays. Hey, got a shorty hitting my line, but I can't answer. She wanna be laid in the bed, but baby, this a new chapter.
And that's it, guys. That is how it sounds like to process the audio through the WA8000. I understand not everybody has an Apollo, so you won't be able to run the console app along with those plugins, but generally this is what you do have to expect. What matters more is the source of what you're recording than the plugins you use. understanding that certain vocals work better with certain mics is going to take you a long way and help you decide on what is going to be the best product for you to buy. So always keep that in mind. I will have a link to the session inside of the description along with everything else I have here at my studio, here at the house. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you have anything else that you guys are curious about and you want me to go over or discuss or just begin a conversation for, drop a comment down below and definitely let me know. Again, I'll get this out to you ASAP. We're all trying to grow here. We're all trying to learn. So let's do it together. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, all that. This is Dom C, and I'll catch you next one.